Whoa! Holy cow!
A lot of communications suppliers today are probably feeling a bit like that cyclist following the mega deal announced between Cisco Systems and Ericsson. You know, pootling along thinking everything's going okay, then whammo, knocked over by an extraordinary mega deal which nobody saw coming. In terms of the technology, it's pretty much a perfect match. Ericsson's wireless strengths and massive global army of systems integrators meets Cisco's preeminent IP technology. But other than the fact that the tech jigsaw fits together, what's driving this deal? Well, I think it's obviously a reaction to the coming merger of Nokia and Alcatel-Lucent, giving Ciscosson, if you will, a portfolio that can compete with Nokia. But it's also a response to the increasing fear by pretty much all of the Western companies of Huawei, both in areas like new IP virtualization, but also next-gen wireless. I've just come back from the KSA, where I was chatting to the Chief Procurement Officer of Saudi Telecom, and he told me Huawei is a serious threat to both Cisco and Ericsson. Now, there's no question that this is a hugely disruptive deal for the Cisco and Ericsson competitors of the world. I'm on the record as saying that I think the four companies most likely to emerge as winners from the current comms revolution are Intel, Ericsson, Cisco, and Huawei. Now, two of them are buddying up. That's incredible. That's going to make life really hard for both smaller telecom incumbents, Ciena and Adtran, for instance, but it also presents a problem for the so-called enterprise disruptors, HP, Oracle, and Brocade, for example. But the company that's taking the biggest hit today, including in the stock market, is obviously Juniper, which had an important reseller agreement in place with Ericsson to resell its IP routing equipment. There's no way that that will survive this partnership, obviously. But don't write Juniper off yet, though. Every service provider in the world needs more than one supplier of comms technology, and in a recent survey of service providers by Reading, Juniper was named as the #1 provider they would most trust to build new IP virtualized networks for their next generation services. So I think Juniper has the DNA and the leadership now to survive this blow to its business. It's also worth noting that previous partnership attempts in the comms industry, such as the ancient one between Motorola and Nortel in the 90s, have typically ended up pretty badly, generally because of infighting between sales teams. But if I had to bet, I'd say that this Cisco-Ericsson partnership has a better than even chance of success. That's partly because of the nature of the industry we are all now working in. There are just so many violently disruptive technologies being developed right now, from IoT to virtualization, analytics, next-gen access, that size matters. It's not a question of whether this new partnership between Cisco and Ericsson is too big to fail. For their smaller competitors, it's more a question now of whether they are too small to succeed in this new market.